Today, we're diving into something really futuristic, Delphi AI, a platform that lets you create a digital clone of yourself. Sounds sci-fi, right?
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing. So, essentially, you can make a virtual version of yourself using data from your social media, notes, and even your voice or videos. It's like having a second you out there, helping with work or interacting with people on your behalf.
Right? And it all started back in 2014 when Dara Lajevardian, the founder, read Ray Kurzweil's book, How to Create the Mind. He got this idea of creating a digital version of himself. But what really sparked it was his regret about not spending enough time with his grandfather, who was unwell at the time.
That's actually kind of touching. He wanted to capture his grandfather's wisdom digitally. It's almost like creating an immortal version of someone. But does that make it more personal, or does it lose something in the process?
That's a good question. I think there's a fine line. On one hand, it's amazing to preserve a person's knowledge and personality. On the other hand, can a clone really represent the essence of who they are? Are you getting the real person or just a replica?
Yeah, it gets tricky. But the platform's use case seems really practical for busy people. Entrepreneurs, doctors, coaches, people who need to handle a lot of communication. Imagine having a clone respond to your emails, handle your social media, or even chat with customers while you focus on other things.
For sure. And with all these different digital clones, you could actually create one for specific tasks, like a clone for work, one for personal chats, or maybe even one that represents you in an entirely different context, like interacting with customers on your website.
And it gets even crazier. You can talk to digital doubles of historical figures, like Julius Caesar or Albert Einstein. That could be an amazing way to learn, right? Like, get mentorship from some of the greatest minds in history.
Totally. I mean, who wouldn't want to get advice from Einstein on physics or business strategies from Steve Jobs? That could change how we approach education or even mentorship. Imagine having personalized advice from the world's most successful people in real time.
The idea of digital immortality is fascinating. But here's the thing. Some people might feel uncomfortable with the idea of having a clone. I mean, it's kind of like playing God, right? Can you really clone someone's personality without crossing a moral line?
Yeah, that's a serious ethical issue. It's one thing to preserve someone's wisdom or personality, but can we ever really replicate their soul? And what about the emotional impact on the people who interact with these clones? It could get messy.
Right. And it's not cheap either. For $29 a month, you get your own digital clone. And for a bit more, they can even have their own phone number. So it's accessible, but still, it feels a bit futuristic.
It's definitely something that feels like it's ahead of its time. But Dara Lajevardian, the founder, believes that soon everyone will have a digital clone. It's almost like a future where wisdom is democratized and anyone can get personalized guidance from the world's best minds.
It's a cool concept, but I can't help but wonder, would it be a blessing or a curse to have a digital double constantly out there representing you?
That's the big question, isn't it? I mean, it could save time and energy, but at what cost to our real human connections? Could having a digital double actually make us more disconnected from the people around us?
Exactly. I think it's going to be one of those things where, like any technology, it could be both a boon and a burden. What do you think? Would you want a digital double?
I mean, it sounds convenient for sure, but I don't know. I think there's something irreplaceable about real human interaction. What about you?
I'm torn. It's definitely appealing from a practical standpoint, but I also don't want to lose the genuine messy parts of human connection. It's what makes life interesting, right?
Yeah, exactly. But who knows, maybe in the future we'll all have one and wonder how we ever lived without it.
True. It's a brave new world, that's for sure.
Well, listeners, what do you think? Would you want a digital double to help you manage your life, or do you think it's just too much? Let us know.
Delphi AI is revolutionizing personal and professional communication by offering a platform to create digital clones of your mind and persona. Inspired by futurist Ray Kurzweil's vision and driven by personal loss, founder Dara Lajevardian aimed to digitally immortalize identities. For $29 a month, users can generate AI-powered clones, tailored for tasks like customer interactions or mentorship. Delphi even features replicas of historical figures, entrepreneurs, and scientists, democratizing wisdom for all.
Delphi allows you to enable one-to-one personalized interactions at scale with your audience. Load data from any source. Delphi learns your personality, how you think, what you know, and your expertise to create 24/7 access to you. Build familiarity with infinitely more people on a hyper-personalized level. We make integrating your clone with your preferred platform easy. Quantify your impact with our robust clone analytics to refine and optimize your content strategy. Drive revenue. Create clone memberships to monetize your expertise. Scale yourself infinitely and reach digital immortality with Delphi.
OpenAI's new models, O3 and O4 Mini, bring groundbreaking visual reasoning capabilities to the table. Users have discovered that these models can identify cities, neighborhoods, and even exact locations just by analyzing a photo. The models rely on visual clues like architecture, signage, vegetation, and terrain. No metadata or prior context is used. They can also zoom in and rotate images to get a better look. For example, uploading a photo and asking for a geolocation estimate will prompt the model to analyze evidence step by step, providing an exact country and approximate GPS coordinates. While safety measures are in place to prevent misuse, this technology represents a major leap forward for AI-powered geolocation. In the world of tech and controversy, few stories are as jaw-dropping as that of Roy Lee. A Columbia University student in the fall of 2024, Roy, alongside a friend, built Interview Coder, a stealthy AI assistant designed to ace job interviews on LeetCode. The kicker? It took just 10 days to create. The tool worked so well, Roy soon had job offers from Meta, TikTok, Capital One, and Amazon. But then, it all unraveled. In February, a video of Roy's Amazon interview went viral, triggering backlash. Amazon demanded Columbia University take action, and by March, the university suspended Roy, citing the tool as a form of cheating. Days later, he was expelled. But Roy didn't fold. By April, Interview Coder had reportedly raked in $3 million in annual subscriptions. And just 3 days later, Roy secured $5.3 million in funding for Cluely, a spin-off of Interview Coder now marketed to help with exams, meetings, and even dating. Roy has embraced his rebel status, publicly telling Amazon, maybe stop asking dumb interview questions. So what do you think? A champion against outdated systems, or just a cheater? Cracking the mystery of consciousness using robots and quantum computers, Canadian startup Nirvanic unveiled KitKat, a robotic kitten, at the Mars conference hosted by Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. KitKat's movements, turning its head, crouching, leaning forward, appear curious and unpredictable, guided by quantum effects. Here's how it works. Twice per second, KitKat's camera sends visual data to a D-Wave quantum computer in Canada. Quantum algorithms process the data and select one of 32 possible actions. Unlike programmed randomness, KitKat's movements stem from quantum uncertainty, making its behavior entirely unpredictable. Nirvanic aims to test the quantum consciousness hypothesis, suggesting human consciousness arises from quantum brain processes. By comparing robot behavior powered by quantum versus classical processors through millions of experiments, they hope to reveal whether quantum effects drive decision-making. This could lead to real-world quantum applications and, eventually, conscious machines. In a groundbreaking medical achievement, doctors in Wuhan, China, have implanted the world's smallest artificial heart into a 7-year-old boy suffering from advanced heart failure. Measuring just 2.9 centimeters in diameter and weighing a mere 45 grams, the device operates on a magnetic cushion, with its rotating components suspended by a magnetic field to reduce wear and tear. The boy had been diagnosed with dilated cardiomyopathy in May 2024, a condition that left him in urgent need of a heart transplant. However, due to the severe shortage of pediatric organ donors, an artificial heart became his only lifeline. The surgery in early April 2025 took 5 hours, and within a day, the boy was breathing on his own with stabilized heart function. He can now rely on this miniature device until a donor heart becomes available. This innovation, developed in collaboration with Shenzhen Core Medical Technology, could be a game-changer for the estimated 40,000 children hospitalized annually in China for severe heart failure, with only a fraction able to receive transplants. Lucy Guo, the 30-year-old co-founder of Scale AI, has officially become the youngest self-made female billionaire, surpassing even Taylor Swift for the title. Guo's fortunes surged past $1 billion after Scale AI, the leading data processing company for artificial intelligence, announced a plan allowing early employees and investors to sell their shares. Despite stepping away from the company in 2018 due to burnout and strategic disagreements, Guo held on to 5% ownership of the business, which is now valued at $25 billion, making her stake worth a staggering $1.25 billion. A self-taught coder from a family of Chinese immigrants, Guo dropped out of college with the help of a $100,000 grant from Peter Thiel's foundation, which supports young entrepreneurs. Before founding Scale AI in 2016 with Alexander Wang, she worked at Facebook, Quora, and Snapchat. Since departing Scale, Guo has launched Backend Capital, a venture fund, and Passes, a creator monetization platform rivaling Patreon and OnlyFans, which is now valued at $150 million. Chinese tech giant Alibaba has unveiled its new generation of AI models, Qwen 3, a lineup featuring 8 models. The smallest, with 600 million parameters, runs on a home PC, while the flagship model, Qwen 3-235B, offers 235 billion parameters, with 22 billion active during inference. Models up to 32 billion parameters are fully open source. Qwen 3 excels in math, coding, and general knowledge, outperforming AI like O3 Mini and even rivaling Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro in some coding tasks. Notably, it scores 2056 on the Codeforces rating, ranking among the top 3,000 programmers globally. With support for 119 languages and 128K tokens of context, Qwen 3 sets a new standard in open AI innovation. Google appears to be gearing up to challenge Samsung DirectX with its own Android desktop mode, and we're finally getting a glimpse of what it looks like. Samsung DirectX, a feature that transforms Galaxy devices into a desktop-like interface on external displays, has been a staple for years. Now, Google's solution seems to aim for a similar experience. Images of this unreleased desktop mode, running on a Pixel device, reveal a polished interface with a proper taskbar and pinned apps for convenient access. Like a traditional desktop OS, apps can be opened in floating, resizable windows, and support drag-and-drop functionality, something sure to enhance multitasking. It also builds on the windowing features Google introduced for Android tablets, but instead of working solely on device, this mode extends to external screens. However, don't expect Google's desktop mode anytime soon. Speculation suggests it might debut in a quarterly Android 16 update, or possibly later with Android 17. And for Samsung DirectX users, it's unlikely the feature will go anywhere, despite inevitable overlap, as competition could simply push both sides to innovate further. Samsung is taking its Galaxy AI to the kitchen in a truly creative way. The tech giant is opening a pop-up restaurant in Portugal called Semigual, which translates to unique. Here's how it works. Diners will use a Galaxy S25 phone to photograph ingredients they want in their dish: 1 protein, 1 carbohydrate, 3 vegetables, and a sauce. Galaxy AI will then generate a custom recipe based on their selection, and Chef João Duadu will prepare the dish. The result? No 2 meals will ever be the same. The restaurant highlights the power of Galaxy AI and its potential to inspire culinary creativity, showcasing how it can suggest recipes based on specific ingredients, a feature tied to Samsung's ongoing innovation in bespoke kitchen appliances. The pop-up will be open in Lisbon on May the 8th and 9th, then move to Porto on May the 16th and 17th, offering this experience for free. While its clear human chefs remain a necessity, Samsung's AI proves it can confidently play the role of sous chef, sparking inspiration for thousands of unique combinations. Robots racing in Beijing? More like us scrambling pre-holidays, same vibe, less grace. Adidas is taking a bold step into the future of footwear. On May 2, 2025, they'll release the Climacool, their first fully 3D printed sneaker. Lightweight, seamless, and ventilated for comfort, it's priced at just $140. A sci-fi milestone now within your reach. The future of fitness has arrived with Growl, a revolutionary wall-mounted boxing device blending tech and training. Featuring a projector that transforms your wall into a life-size virtual trainer and a punching bag with realistic resistance, Growl offers an immersive boxing experience. AI sensors track your punches, analyze technique, and help you improve. With monthly plans from $150 to $190, it's interactive, innovative, and guaranteed to never punch back.
Let's go. More power. 1, 2. Drop it down. Drop it down. Cross.
Want to drive like the Dark Knight? A licensed replica of the 1989 Tim Burton Batmobile is up for auction at Meckham Auctions on May 17, 2025, with a $260,000 estimate. Fully drivable, it's built on a Chevrolet Impala chassis with a V8 engine. Serial number 001 and a signed certificate of ownership make it a must-have for Batman fans. Ready to ride through Gotham? It's yours. BMW's journey, from the 315s, a humble compact, to today's M5 G90, a powerhouse of tech and engineering. Decades of evolution, iconic. Struggling with plugs behind the couch? It's all about awkward angles and limited visibility.
InTouch Namibia offers innovative solutions to save you both time and money. Our AI-integrated WhatsApp chatbots can engage with your customers, generate quotes, and handle order progress follow-ups. Talk to us to get your custom solution at prices that will not break the bank and will even surprise you and your finance manager. Be sure not to be left behind, as this is the current norm for businesses and not reserved only for the big dogs.
Did you hear Lucy Guo just became the youngest self-made female billionaire?
Yeah, and what's wild is she left Scale AI years ago. Still made over $1 billion.
Right? Holding on to that 5% stake really paid off. That's serious long game.
Totally. She co-founded Scale AI, then left in 2018. Burnout and strategy clashes, apparently.
It's interesting. She stepped away, but the decision to keep equity was genius.
Shows how crucial ownership is. Even if you walk away, your stake can change your life.
And now she's ahead of Taylor Swift on the billionaire list. That's saying something.
Especially since Lucy's not even in music or entertainment. She's a tech builder.
And she dropped out of college too, thanks to that Thiel Fellowship.
Yeah, the $100K grant to build, not study. Clearly worked for her.
It's like her whole career path is a blueprint for unconventional success.
Exactly. Facebook intern, Quora, Snapchat, then boom, Scale AI.
And post-scale, she didn't stop. Back-end capital, then passes.
Passes is interesting. Competing with Patreon and OnlyFans, raised $50 million already.
That's gutsy. Shows she's not afraid to enter bold, crowded spaces.
She's definitely got that founder's instinct. Identify gaps, move fast.
Her story kind of rewrites what success can look like in tech.
Yeah, especially for women, and even more so women of color.
And immigrants' kids. She taught herself to code through game bots.
That hustle started early. You can feel that DIY energy in her journey.
Do you think her story will inspire more people to skip college for startups?
Maybe, but not everyone's Lucy Guo. It worked for her, but it's risky.
True. The dropout to billionaire path is rare, but it challenges the status quo.
And with AI booming, stories like hers are going to become more common.
Speaking of AI, Scale's now worth $25 billion. That's massive.
A third of 2024 investments went to AI. It's the gold rush right now.
Think we'll see more 21-year-old founders like those from Mercor?
For sure. The barriers to entry are lower, but scaling is still hard.
Lucy's edge might have been timing too. AI in 2016 was still niche.
Right. She bet early and it exploded. Smart and lucky.
A bit of both. But also, she made moves most wouldn't risk.
Leaving a billion-dollar company before it blew up? That's bold.
And yet, it worked. Sometimes walking away is just as powerful as staying.
Now I'm wondering what she'll do next. Another startup.
With her track record, I wouldn't be surprised. She's just getting started.
Maybe next time she'll hit billionaire status without ever leaving the company.
Either way, she's already changed the game for founders, investors, and dreamers.